Evening, guys. It's 4:34 p.m. Today is October 20th. Today is Wednesday, and we had a one market or one index that has all-time high today. It made a new all-time high, which is Dow Jones, right? And why Dow Jones? Because that's the one, too bullish, right? And you can see it from our notes today. Look, all these indexes, right? I didn't say anything about that you can only do one thing, right? You can read it here, here, but here I specifically put a capital letter, right? Do not short, stay only long, right? And then for day trading, you want to see Dow holding it above 35 to 80 for buyers. Today's low was 35 to 85, right? So it basically held above these things and it went all the way up to this last level. That was today's high, pretty much close to it, right? 500, 510 or so. So that is the story for Dows. This is the index you need to watch now, right? And then rest I will cover it in the closing remark. In the end of the day notes, under the closing remark, I'll give you specific levels for the Dow, what to look for. If the failed breakout of all-time high happens, then what to look for, how to know all these things, I will put it in the end of day notes today. Okay, so Russell, so I'll cover all the smaller indexes first. Russell, for day trading, assume buyers have a control above 68, 67, right? So morning low, first 5 minutes it came down to 65, but then within another 5 minutes it went back above this area, right? So buyers are back in the business, and if it is holding above these things, it can go to 2300, right? If trend day up, then so far it went up to 97 or 95, right, today. So Russell was like this in Q, and then the last I will cover. Yes, in Q, dream numbers are important, right? So way below we have a dream numbers, right? Specific numbers that can help us. But here these are the key areas, right? So you can see a rotation around 383, right? So 383 pretty much held as a morning low, right? And then we got some rejection from 414, right? And here is a beauty, right? So if it goes below 382 to 362, it's a gray area. That means you are not supposed to trade in the gray area. Below, some sellers, right? So later in the day, due to the Fed speaker talking about tapering or all these things, it went down below 362. You can short even, get some few points out, and then it went into this support. It bounced back up, right? But before that, you can see it here. If NQ spending bias target from yesterday is what? 435 and 450. Today's high 450. If it breaks nicely above 450, then you can see this areas, right, hitting. But 450 pending target got hit and it stopped there, right? So see how powerful the levels are, right? You can see it, all the rotation from key areas. Then now come to ES, right? So ES here 45079 and 030 key areas. Above buyers, below you can see a drop also, right? This is what I'm talking about, the drop. But as long as it is holding above this area, we are going to favor longs, whether it's aggressive, either you want to be aggressive or conservative, right? Regardless, this is the areas, that they have, the price has to hold. Now in real time, if it is opening higher up, then it has to be aggressive if you want to trade. Otherwise, don't take a trade and wait for these areas and see what happens, right? So I did not trade it today because price opened at 45.15, way above this area. So I did not trade it, right? It's up to us. It's our choice, right? How conservative and aggressive we want to become based on our risk reward, right? But I know I helped you guys in around 45.15. Remember, I give you a choice also. if you want to go long, keep a stop at 1350, right? Because of certain patterns that I talked about it from whatever is going on from the last few days, right? So if your risk criteria allows that, then you can go long at 45.15 with the stop at 1350, right? Targeting what? Exactly, these are the targets. Yesterday's pending target for buyers is 45.20 and 30.34. That is also I gave you as a max potential for today. Look at that, today's high came at 32, max potential, right? NQ max potential 450, right? So it's all lined up, pretty much today. So here, so open around here, right, at 15, right? So this 15 number, that was our level also, but I also specified that number 45.15 in Discord, for a reason, and I said to watch about it, right, around 9 o'clock or something. So, and then price open right there, right, and then it was balancing here, right? So two things can happen: balance and go down to here and then bounce, or right from here it can bounce, right? So we discuss about the specific pattern. I'm not gonna discuss again in this. We already discussed that in Discord, but the choice I gave you is wait, do nothing, right? Breakdown can happen from here and price can go down, or 1550 can hold. If you wanna go long, you can go long because nothing is wrong here. There is a minor bullish disconnect here, but it's aggressive location. If you wanna go long, put a stop at 1350, rely on this, target 20 or 30, right? So these are the targets. Once that target got achieved, and if you see this chop, you want to bail out because of NQ was not moving higher, so NQ could become a troublemaker for ES, and it can bring down ES like this, right? So after this point onwards, there is no trade. Then this is a Fed speaker, one of the Fed speaker, he talked about a tapering, around this time, 1 o'clock. So that's why you see this down move, right? But this down move, the moment price went below here, the day is screwed up actually, because now it is a news driven move. Day is screwed up. If buyers were in control, they should have held it above this area. Now break below is, they screwed up because now some sellers stepped in, and then buyers were already there in the morning. Buyers and sellers together, it's a screwed up day, right? So this is a screwed up. After that, even no more trading at all, But when it came down here, straight down, you can see there is a bullish eddy divergence, right? Strong one, not a small one. It's a strong divergence. At least price can bounce back up to this area, 20, my favorite 20, now, right? So, and that is what happened, strong eddy divergence, buyer stepped in, here it chopped around, finally it got through it, right? But this should be a smaller trade like this, and that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll put more remarks, more notes under closing remark, what to look for tomorrow, specific criteria for both sides, because now it's critical. It is almost close to all-time high, so we have to be extra careful, and I'll put the notes, and that be all for today.